Hey, have you ever heard of a fast-paced FPS game where you play as a bloodthirsty, agile robot that's been sent to the pits of hell to kill demons, to quench its bloodlust and hunger for destruction? And in this world where blood is fuel, mankind is dead, and hell is full? An FPS shooter game where you go in hell and kill demons? Wait a second, you know what this reminds me of? Anyways, I stumbled upon a game called ULTRAKILL, and this game is immaculate. It's probably the best game I've ever played. But first, let me show you why. Anyways, let's get talking about this game. We play as the character known as V1, emphasis on V1. Anyways, when loading into the game, we are greeted with the 3 lines of text: mankind is dead, blood is fuel, and hell is full. This hints at the game mechanics slightly. Anyways, let's break these boards and let's get on with the movement mechanics. We got sliding, we got jumping, we got dashing, and we also get a ground slam. These are the core mechanics you'll be using to go fast. And in this game, it's very important to go fast, and there's a lot of tech you can do with these set of movement mechanics, and it's really interesting. This part also introduces you to the healing mechanic. Basically, you're a vampire and need blood to heal, so by killing things, you get blood, and long story short, you just play the game to get healing. And once we learn the basic core fundamental mechanics, we go into this interesting, ominous, dark tunnel, and at the end of this tunnel is a gun. This is the introduction to the game, and it just plops you in immediately. Your weapon of choice is the Piercer Revolver, which basically by holding down its right click, it charges up a shot that goes through 3 different enemies simultaneously. And that's very cool. You can also use it to pierce some glass, so you can do very interesting stuff like this. There is another variant called the Marksman, which basically you gain the ability to flip a coin, and by shooting this coin, it will ricochet to the closest enemy and it hits their weak point, which is very cool, and you can hit any hit scan weapon off the coin, so you can do weird stuff like this. There is also another variant, the red variant. It is called the Sharpshooter, and by spinning your gun, your shots can bounce off walls, hitting more enemies, and it's very cool. You can also become an attack helicopter if you so please, but I don't recommend it. Then you learn about the parrying mechanic, which is basically when a projectile is coming at you, you can hit it with your fist, redirecting the projectile, making it go faster and hit harder than it initially was. And it's really satisfying when you can pull it off. Also, you tend to die a lot in this game, so get used to seeing this dumb, stupid skeleton face that keeps laughing at you when you die. I know I died. Stop rubbing it in. Yeah, you tend to die a lot in this game. The main reason is because of you. Maybe a misinput or something, or a misjudged dash, or being straight up an idiot like me. But most of the time, it's just you, and the game just yells, skill issue, get good. You may have noticed this text on the right-hand side of the screen, and this is called the style meter, which basically means you need to kill the demons in the most swaggiest, stylish way possible. V1 values drip. Anyways, in the Prelude, we fight a swords machine, and by defeating him, we get a shotgun, and this shotgun's amazing. You can parry your shotgun shells, and it also has a grenade, which can kill you. And its variant is like a pump shotgun, which basically is good for movement, but can also damage you. There's also a secret level up here, and I didn't realize ULTRAKILL was actually a scary game.
Scared now? That's crazy.
Apparently, in the secret level, something wicked comes this way.
Yeah. ULTRAKILL is not a scary game. Come on, come on. It's never a scary game. I am a scary death mission. Huh? Slam storage. Slam storage.
Wait. Hold on. Let's run that back real quick. I'm legit scared of a gosh darn stickman. Now, we make it to the climax of the Prelude, Cerberus. We do some parkour, and we make it to this boss arena. And it has some ominous text on the door, and where's the boss? Oh my gosh, it's the statue. This is Cerberus. Basically, he's a rejected NBA player, so he takes out his anger and frustration all on you. And he also has a brother, which does the same. And he's red. Anyways, let's punch Cerberus and let's move on. After the Prelude, you enter Limbo, Layer 1 of Limbo. And you're greeted with what not appears to be hell, but a relaxing, calm environment. You feel at ease and at peace. And oh my gosh, there's fire everywhere. What is going on? And why is there a dude with a flamethrower? You're introduced in Limbo to 2 new enemy types. A street cleaner, which is the dude with a flamethrower, and drones, which are basically just bombs. In Limbo, we are gifted with a very overkill weapon called the nail gun. You get 2 different variants. You get an attractor variant and overheat variant. Yeah, the attractor variant, it shoots a magnet on the floor and the nails kind of attract to it, and you can set traps and enemies can run into it. And the overheat variant, which is basically just pure destruction. And how to use it, you just use like the attractor variant, you shoot it a little bit, and which charges the overheat. And the overheat shoots a burst of fire damage. So you're basically taking the street cleaner's job. Also, I repeat, do not give the fountain money at any cost. Do not give it money. Anyways, if you proceed to give the fountain some money, you'll enter the secret level, which is basically just puzzles. Wow, I thought ULTRAKILL was a very violent, fast-paced shooter game, not a puzzle game. Why am I doing puzzles in ULTRAKILL, man? Now, let's meet my good friend, the cancerous rodent. Oh, you are so much smaller than I remember. Oh! I'm just gonna walk away from this. I'm gonna pretend nothing. Oh, there he is, the very cancerous rodent, the hardest boss in the game. And I'm gonna forget this part is here, and let's move on to the next level. This next level has 2 different rooms, a red room and a blue room, and it honestly does not matter which room you go to. If you do the harder door, which is the red one, you'll just end up in the easier one. So that just makes no sense. You decide to do both of the doors because you think you're special or something. You have to fight whatever this is. Yeah, I guess it's interesting, but it doesn't really make any sense. Anyways, let's go to the boss of this level.
Ooh, that's a very nice looking rock. Hello.
This is Hideous Mass, a weird armored scorpion statue, flesh, weird looking devil looking thing. Yeah, it's hard to comprehend, I'm not gonna lie. It's a very weird boss. It has like a weird grappling hook and it attaches to you sometimes, and it's kind of annoying. He ground slams, which is really annoying because it has shockwaves, and he also like shoots fireballs. Yeah, that can be annoying at times. But yeah, if you shoot him enough times, he gets mad and he turns over and starts shooting a barrage of fireballs. But he's not that hard. And let's just kill him and let's move on to the next level. In the climax of Limbo, the devil that awaits us, the thing that lies here, makes all the bosses we fought so far look like absolute babies. Like, holy crap, this is not compared to those bosses. And this boss just gave me carpal tunnel syndrome. But before we could suffer, the church requires a sacrifice. 3 sacrifices actually. And if you put one of the skulls on this like skeleton that's praying, we name it Hank. Hank will lead us to victory. Anyways, let's start the pain. This is V2. And I absolutely hate V2. V2 is basically the classic enemy trope where it's you, but better. It's you, but better. He basically has the same arsenal as you, he's faster than you, and I feel like he's 100% smarter than you. But after a long and grueling battle, you finally defeat V2. Holy crap, that did not feel worth it, especially with those attempts. But after defeating him, we get his arm. His arm's very interesting. It's a good melee weapon, and it shoots like shotgun shells, which is really cool. And overall, it's just a really good melee weapon, and it has crazy knockback. The next layer is Lust, and everything just basically looks like Cyberpunk. Wow, everything's all colorful and lustful. I don't know what that big guy is, but he seems important. In this layer, we are introduced to one of the most insane weapons in this game, called the rail cannon. We got 3 different variants. We got an electric variant, a screwdriver variant, and a malicious variant. Basically, the electric is just the piercer but infinite. The screwdriver screws, and the malicious, well, it can launch nukes. In this layer, we are introduced to yet again another enemy, and this enemy is the Mind Flayer. No, not the Mind Flayer from Stranger Things, but a very annoying Mind Flayer. This is basically compared to like a fly. It has like homing missile projectiles, and it's really annoying, and it has like a Kamehameha laser beam type thing, and it teleports everywhere, and it's basically like a fly, and I absolutely hate this enemy. There's also a secret level in Lust, so let's see what awaits us this time. Oh, what? Bro, what is this? I don't even understand what this game is anymore. Now we are at the climax of Lust, and we are greeted with a little train thing in an eerie looking subway station, and we find a big hand. Why is there a big hand in that subway? Anyways, we shoot the hand a few times, and it gets out the way, and we move along with our life. We find Red Hank. Blue Hank's always superior, but we put him on like a weird looking little pedestal, and what's the sound?
Oh my god. Hello.
This is the big man himself, the corpse of King Minos. Basically, he punches you, and he has a black hole. Man has the power of the void. Basically, he punches you until you die, and his second phase, well, I hope you like parasites. These parasites shoot a bunch of projectiles, but they're nothing too big deal. But let's kill Minos, and I guess we go into his mouth or something. Now we make it to Gluttony, the final layer, and Gluttony, well, I mean, look at it. That don't look too friendly. There's like mouths and eyeballs, and it looks very gross looking. Gluttony is just a gauntlet of just fighting, arena fights with a bunch of enemies everywhere, and I feel like it's like a warm-up for the main course, which is the climax. Now we have made it to the end, to the climax, the final layer, the climax of Gluttony. And what awaits us here? Well, there's a freaking angel here. His name is Gabriel. I really don't care, but he's the judge of hell, and man has 2 swords. Like, you brought 2 swords to a gunfight. Like, what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? He basically almost like one-shots you. He does a lot of damage. Gabriel has a multitude of attacks. He's got like a projectile where he throws his spears, and it just combusts. And he also has like his melee attacks, which is his swords, and he just slices. And he also teleports above you and just like slices downwards, and just he's really fast. He flies everywhere. He's kind of like a fly, but once you shoot him enough times, he also has a second stage, and he basically turns red, and his attacks are so much faster, and he's straight up just so aggressive. So let's just calm him down. After defeating Gabriel, he basically insults us, and we descend lower to the pits of hell. Basically, we learn about Gabriel, and he's being punished by the council because he couldn't defeat us. So, I'm sorry, Gabriel. I'm sorry. And that's basically the lore so far. And that is Act 1 in ULTRAKILL. So far, this game is just straight up just a masterpiece so far. Even if it's still in early access, this game is so much fun. Like, I recommend it. You guys get this if you have money. But yeah, this game is just 100% worth it, bro. It's so fun. It's so fun, I swear. And now we have a word from V1.
I saw you dead. Unfortunately. skill plus ratio plus friendly fire plus over encountering a shot plus ground slam plus headshot plus you fill off plus limited plus nail bump plus green plus finished off plus parry plus